How big a deal is this for him, leaving the stock out for a second?
It's not good. I mean, listen, I hedge here because the SEC is so loath to take out a company that costs jobs. Remember Arthur Anderson? The feds, the federal, it wasn't just the SEC, it was the Justice Department and the SEC went after that company, put a lot of people out of business.
Absolutely.
Drexel, remember Drexel?
And he is you
remember when they put Drexel out of business?
Absolutely.
I mean, that cost, that hurt the stock market and the bond market. Companies couldn't get financing and refinance if they were below investment grade. I mean, so there's a material impact when you put these companies out of business. Tesla employs a lot of people.
So is the feeling that they take him out, they take this company out?
You could. That's what they're wrestling with. Now, we'll see where they go with this. Maybe they split the difference. They slap on the wrist. I don't know. But the other part...
South African by birth, is he an American citizen?
That's a great question. I don't know. I don't think it matters.
No, the reason I ask is it's an iconic American name now.
Yeah.
He leads in this technology.
Well, because he went public in the U.S. He went public in the U.S.
Understood. So
markets.
they have to weigh that as well. This iconic American name in electric car utility.
Absolutely. And here's what else they have to weigh: whether they create precedent allowing a CEO to get away with this. I mean, the problem, again, gets back to what is the SEC. If the SEC does nothing, they can screw up on a lot of stuff. They have to make sure that investors received accurate information, and when that information is not accurate, that they come down on the issuer of that information hard to set a precedent that you don't do it again.
What did the Saudis say on this? That there was no such thing going on, or these sovereign fund
Saudis
folks?
have been silent.
They have.
Yeah, I mean, there's no.
Because they want to build this electric car army.
There's questions whether they'll secure it all. I mean, and listen, I'm not saying he won't get funding. I mean, he probably will, at some point. The question
but if
is,
you had to weigh the odds of it going private right now,
I think there's a 60% chance it will.
Okay.
Because I think that there's enough juice here. He's got enough of a cult following that people will throw money at this. And he's obviously a brilliant guy, and some of his products are really good. The question is it worth $420 a share? I mean, that is a whole other thing. There's been, leading up to this funding security thing.
And explain the $420 a share.
Well, that's the price that he wants to take it out at private. That's his. That's the
$70 billion.
So, but the question is it worth that? Remember, to the lead up to the funding secure tweet was his battle with the shorts, who were saying, nah, you got a lot of problems here. This, brakes might not work. The production plans are not up to date. So I'm just saying that this is the SEC is facing a Madoff-like decision. It's interesting. During the Madoff imbroglio, which lasted years, they kept backing away from really charging the guy, despite getting pretty good evidence that he was running a problematic fund.
No, we're not equating the two.
No, not at all. But here's the precedent of Madoff was that they allowed this guy to go so long despite overwhelming evidence, because they were like, people would look at him and say, well, it's Bernie Madoff, he created the NASDAQ, he's a pillar of the investment community. So they kind of look the other way. Do you look the other way because this guy is the CEO of a big company? And that doesn't mean you have to put him in jail, but I'm just saying, do you not regulate him and his behavior the way you would do anybody else because of his impact on the company and the economy and jobs? And I think that's an issue that the SEC is grappling with. From what I understand right now, this is a real dilemma for them. Again, they're looking at this hard. There's no doubt. It's pretty clear from the people I talk to that say, the notion of funding secured, they believe, really wasn't there. Yeah. But there's an issue here. How bad do you whack it?
That's why I'm leery of the whole tweeting thing. I think leave yourself open.
My wife tells me to
craziness.
stay out of Twitter, stay off Twitter, not argue with people. It's kind of like it's
well,
the same
you enjoy
thing.
it.
I do, but you get in trouble. I mean, over something innocuous, seemingly innocuous. I can't imagine he thought he was really committing securities fraud when he threw that out there.
I just
don't think he did. But I don't think he thought he didn't realize that. When you're the CEO and you put out a statement, it's material. You're talking for the company. Yeah. And, he should learn that. I guess he learned it now.
Incredible.
It really is incredible. And by the way, people say he's really smart, so he wouldn't do this. Smart people have done so many dumb things. Sam Waxel, look up what he did when he sold those shares that got Martha Stewart in trouble. Right. He went to jail for 5 years. He got some inside information. and he did something insane. He sold his stock.
But geniuses
they got caught
are like that.
this.
I mean, they're going to have a very high IQ, very low EQ, you know, and you do stupid things.
Yes, yes. And so remember, smart people do dumb things sometimes.
Yeah, just watch what you tweet.
Or, you know, there's a lot of things you got to watch if you're the CEO of a company. You know?
Yeah, what I meant to say. All right, thank you, Charlie Gasparino.